Ever wondered what exactly goes into cabin crew training? We've come to the Lufthansa Aviation Training facility in Frankfurt to find out. From evacuation procedures to dealing with cabin fires, emergency landing simulations, and even the latest in VR tech being used for crew training, we're getting very special access inside this whole facility. Not only that, we get to go down the slides several times. Join us. Welcome to Lufthansa Aviation Training. We're here in what they call the emergency hall, and that's pretty fun because we get to see all kinds of training they do around emergency situations. That can include cabin crew, that can include pilots, you name it. There's full mock-ups of the various aircraft types. We've got this pool here, we're gonna check it all out, maybe do some firefighting even. Let's go do it. And here we are at what they call the ditching pool, and it's, as it sounds, for ditching training. Here we have a 330, 340 raft, which they're going to be training with a little bit later. Flight attendants have to know how to detach this raft from the aircraft, put the canopy over, and it's not always going to be well lit and nice weather in here. They can actually simulate a thunderstorm, they can have rain falling, they can turn out the lights so you're doing it in the dark. Pretty cool. I've actually never been inside one of these so close up with one of these fully functioning, and it's not that warm either. I bet it's not super comfortable to hang out in for a long time. Must be a really intense part of the training.
I'm from the maintenance. I'm working as a planner here. This is Shell?
Yes, I'm from SEP training. It stands for Safety and Emergency Procedures Training.
So each one of these is a mock-up as if it were the real aircraft. So you're training a lot of flight attendants on there to how they would do things in real life, right?
That's it. So we can also do the type-specific training, and it always consists of theoretical and a practical part. So yeah.
Okay. So you have these mock-ups, you have the ditching pool. Any other major components? We tried the VR.
Yes, we also have a hands-on room where you can use the emergency equipment.
Yeah, a fire trainer.
Yes.
You will see that later.
Yes.
Fire trainer. Okay, cool.
Maybe good to know the 47 behind the 340. It was a real plane which was flying all over the world. We have a handful of manufacturers which built those training devices, and then it was cut in pieces and modified as a training device. Of course, we have visuals in front of the windows and the doors, of course, for the training. We have smoke devices to simulate some emergencies, and full communication system.
And you said some of it is sort of service training, it's not all emergencies inside the mock-ups.
Here in this hall, we train for emergency.
Only emergencies in here, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Fine.
The service devices are in a room in
Got
the
it.
building. Yes. And what's pretty cool that 340, 747 and 737 have motion. So we can also train decompression or something like that, turbulences.
Okay. Next up, we're going to be heading over to another completely different area of the training. We're going to check out the VR training. It's a new frontier that's expanding right now, and I'm going to get to put on some VR goggles and do a little familiarization of an Edelweiss A380. Let's check it out.
Select the free play on the right and keep the button pressed with your index finger. Go a bit closer.
Welcome to free play mode. You can now move freely through the airplane.
So if I can actually move through like
So
this?
if you stand on the teleport positions and you look at the teleport marker, then you will teleport in that direction.
Ah, right.
So you can enter the cockpit now, for example. Just stay where you are and look at the cockpit.
Ooh.
Now you're in the cockpit. And now all the items which have a hand actually have a compartment which you can open. So you can look around and look for compartments to open.
Oh, I see.
And you can also check the fire extinguishers. You can also check the gauge indication of the fire extinguisher. If you go a bit closer.
Oh yeah, escape hatch.
That's the escape hatch, yeah.
So it gives you a check mark as you acknowledge that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you look on your left wrist, for example, and you fold it away, then you'll see the menu. And then you can check the checklist. The second one is the checklist. And then you will see which sections of the cockpit you've already checked. So in this section, you're missing one, and if you don't know what you have to check, you can press on it, and then it'll illuminate within the room.
This particular training allows cabin crew to familiarize themselves with all of the emergency equipment on board the A350, so the idea is they walk through and locate each item to get to know where they are. The advantage being that all they need is a small, clear space and a headset to do so, and multiple crew can do this at the same time. I keep wondering where I am in real space, but otherwise good.
If you walk to the edge of the space, just keep walking.
Like this way?
Yeah, for example. Then you'll see the edge because it'll illuminate.
Oh yeah.
And if you keep on moving, then the real life will appear. So it'll actually then turn the VR into real life. So if you just keep on moving through you will see that it's...
Wow,
yeah.
That's actually really cool.
So that's a really nice security feature. So you never really actually hit a wall.
So D-CEET is a project we're currently doing at LAT, which stands for Digital Cabin Emergency Evacuation Trainer. With D-CEET, we do it in collaboration with several partners. We're working together with ETH University, the GeoGaze department, and also we do it with PACE. PACE agency is developing the VR surrounding right now for us. With D-CEET, we want to develop 15 emergency and security modules where the participant can really, experience an immersive surrounding. And the ETH group is currently developing an algorithm for us that allows us to objectively assess participants, which means cabin crew members currently from Edelweiss, because Edelweiss is our project partner concerning airline project partner, and is helping us to actually do the whole thing, the whole project.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're also funded by the Federal Ministry of Transport in Germany, which gives us quite a big base for us to really develop this project.
And you said that you want to kind of evaluate how effective this is compared to a traditional...
Yeah, we're currently doing a study in Zurich with Edelweiss together and ETH. We want to ask, or at least we want to find out how effective our training in VR really is compared to traditional training. So currently we're using real trainings. One training is taking part on the real cabin emergency evacuation training you're actually on tomorrow. And also one part is doing our VR training. And then we want to, of course, ask them how they felt, how they really experienced the whole thing. And then we want to collect data and see what it will bring for us in the future.
Please check the outside conditions at your window.
Now you can decide whether you want to don a PPE. If you look at the cabin, you can choose no.
Okay.
Or even yes, whatever you want to do.
No.
Just grab through it a little bit. Yeah.
As there is smoke in the cabin, please inform the flight crew of this by placing an urgency call. Take the handset and push the emergency call button. Don't forget to state your name and your assigned emergency station.
Now you can grab the phone. Yep.
This is the flight deck speaking. Please now give the flight crew information on the location, color, smell, and intensity of the smoke.
I'm supposed to say that?
Yep.
Smoke throughout the cabin.
Thank you. Please wait for further commands.
All right. Go back to your seat and await further instructions. So compliant. Emergency, open seatbelts, evacuate.
Please now press the emergency light button.
You see it? Press on it. Yep.
Please proceed to opening the door in emergency mode.
A little bit more.
Come this way. Jump and slide. Assist on ground. Leave hand luggage behind. Good job.
Outside. Go opposite.
Yes.
Go ahead, please. Okay.
The virtual assistant is leaving the aircraft as well.
You have left the aircraft and are on the tarmac.
Good job. You can now start as a cabin crew member.
Cool. It's bizarre. All those people, they seem like they'd practiced before. I can imagine it's not so common in real life.
And the people can go different directions, and then you really have to get them all together via the megaphone. And we don't do that on the normal seat, that we gather all the people together. We can't do that right now because when you see the whole way, it's just not possible, but here it is actually possible for all of them.
If you would have to deploy a slide in an event of an evacuation from the upper deck, you need 16 meters so that there's enough space for the slide raft and also for the passengers to run away. 20,000 crew members are training here every year, cockpit and cabin crew members in the emergency hall, so that's quite impressive amount. Okay, to open the upper deck door from outside, you first knock, then have a look on the inside if there's nobody there, and then you can start opening the door. So you just push here and pull the door handle all the way up, and now you can move the door until it locks on the outside, and you can push the door handle down. And you can do it manually or electrically. There's a gust lock here.
Okay.
And then you can like just pull this. Now it's unlocked and then you can move it. Great. They're quite heavy. And then, yes. Now you can just like pull here and then close it without the flap and afterwards. And now just push it down. Yes, and then, but you also have to push the door. Yes! Great. And now you can see it's fully open, so it's open and locked on the outside. And if you want to close it, you just like push the button close and hold it, and then the door closes automatically. Yes. Pull this assist handle and then manually close and pull the door handle a bit stronger. It's quite difficult. Yes, a bit more. Great. And now you can see that it's locked, and also underneath the window we have 2 door locking indicators. Yes, and via these visuals we can like simulate different situations. Now we can see the airport, but also simulate smoke, fire, something like that, that the crew members know, okay, what's the situation now? Do I have to call the cockpit? Can I open this door, or do I have to keep it closed? Yes, and it's also the original stair, so the same size as on the real aircraft, so that we can also train 2-deck procedures here. It's probably really interesting if we talk about training. This is our instructor station where we simulate the different situations, because in training we trainers simulate the cockpit and talk to the cabin crew members.
Okay. Yeah, well, this is the instructor station. Here is the trainer, which is preparing the participants. He has one CCTV system to overlook all the actions going on the seat. We have every door, we have the galleys and the stairs, bathrooms also. And on the right panel, the trainer can search between different scenarios. Single doors that we can simulate. We can simulate a fire on visuals outside of the doors. We could block the door handle. We could simulate a door jam, handle jam. We can also do a lot of fire training. Here we can select the different device where the fire is coming or the smoke is coming from. We have the bathrooms on the upper deck. We have an air conditioning smoke and also underneath the seats we could simulate a fire. Of course, not real fire extinguishers. They are working with pneumatically, but they have sensors so that if you point the fire extinguisher on the smoke device, they quit doing some smoke.
One more thing about the doors and slides. Also, you can see the door status here, if it's put in park or if the selector lever is changed to flight. And we can also decide if we want to have a slide manual so that the slide doesn't deploy automatically. And also if there's a slide extension fail on the front doors on M1 left and M1 right, because the doors here on A380 have always an M or a U set, so that you know, okay, it's a main deck door or an upper deck door. And if we change to the auto lesson, then we have a lot of different scenarios we can simulate here on the simulator. For example, we have a takeoff aboard. So if we put it like that, you can see we have different parts. Push back, then we're coming to the taxiway, we're simulating a takeoff, and then we have a rejected takeoff in this case. Or also a ditching scenario, so that we want to have a takeoff, but then it doesn't work and the takeoff is rejected, but we can't stop early enough, and then we have a ditching scenario. So this also, probably we can simulate it here later, how it looks from the inside of the cabin. We have different engines. We can put an engine fire or a bird strike as well on the different engines of the A380 and this. And also we have a lot of legal requirements in emergency training that we have to fulfill. So yes, EASA and also the German federal authorities, they put on standards. We have to train during training. So we do door training and also these evacuation procedures that we train here regularly.
Time to try out what we hear is the single most fun part of training, going down the evacuation slides.
And sit down and put your hands on your knees, and then you can slide down safely.
I will be downstairs offering you your hand, so just, and what is really important, not try to land on two legs when you are at the end of the slide. Just move 3 or 4 steps to get the movement out and become slower. That's really important, because often if you are trying to land with 2 foot on the ground at once, your foot will slide or your feet will slide.
Position indicator that indicates, okay, now the slide is ready, that you can go outside and slide down. If it's in flight, the slide gets deployed automatically, and then we have a system that supports opening the door. So then you don't have to push it outside. So if you open it in flight, we always tell the participants, have a look outside if there's no smoke, no fire, and then if the selector lever is in the correct position, if it's on flight, and then you grab this handle here and pull up the door handle, and then it opens. When you pulled it up, leave it, wait until you can see the position indicator, and then you can send people outside.
So we check this in flight and then lift this?
Yes, a bit more up. Yes, leave it. You have to wait for a second, and then on this edge you can see a position indicator. Can you see it now?
This thing that came up?
Yes, the thing that came up.
Here, it's
the
actually just
red stripes.
up here.
Great.
That's what you mean about trying to walk.
You go first.
Go.
Thank you. That's great. We are landing in a few seconds. So that's the descent. Approximately 30 seconds. Now you can see that the emergency exit lighting system turned on, about 5 seconds. And this is a touchdown on the runway. Now our aircraft has stopped, and now you can hear the command, attention crew on station, attention crew on station. That means that the cabin attendants are getting up, they're having a look outside and inside the cabin. If they see anything dangerous, that they would have to call the cockpit.
Looks pretty normal.
Sollen wir mal? So machen wir das mal. Good. Now you can have a look via the M1 right.
Yeah.
And see smoke outside.
Do I call the cockpit then?
You don't have to call the cockpit now, but yes, the cabin attendants actually would have to do that and inform the cockpit that they can see smoke outside the M1 right. So now the cockpit decided that we have to evacuate. We are taking our last steps. We're turning the engines off. It's getting dark inside the cabin. So passenger evacuation, passenger evacuation.
Oh, you go. High slide.
Pull the door handle downwards.
Okay.
Yes.
They can do just about anything in here, including filling the cabin with artificial smoke and even starting artificial fires in specific locations, such as from a cigarette thrown in the lavatory bin.
Okay, so it's yellow, so it's a lavatory alarm. Where are the lavatories? Nothing here.
We have the acoustical and optical signs.
So there is smoke coming from here.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I already
it's in here.
Put the smoke off.
It's in here. So I need a fire extinguisher. Okay. Gonna old struggle. Okay. I'm extinguishing it. Okay.
And then you can find out what it was. Yes, when we speak of fire in the cabin, the priorities are that we can find a fire source really quickly, and then also that we inform the whole cabin. The cockpit, of course, is priority number one, and then the rest of the cabin, and on A380 as well, the other deck, so that they can start a procedure as well, because the priority is that the fire doesn't go onto the other deck, of course. Yes, welcome to the real firefighting container. So here we can simulate real fires, and we can also extinguish it with fire extinguishers. And if you want to give it a try, we have smoke hoods for you to protect yourself from the smoke. So here the smoke isn't that dangerous, but it's required that every flight attendant uses a smoke hood in case of heavy smoke. And in training we do this once a year, and fire extinguishing, it's required that you do it every 3 years. Put something on and you can have a look if you find the source of the fire. Okay.
Can I go in?
Yes, you can go in.
Okay.
Have a look. Bit further inside, yes. Yes, you extinguished the fire, great. Yes, it's not that easy with the protective gloves, that's right. So I will put on the laptop, and then, so from the fire extinguisher to the laptop, the optimal width is 1 to 1.5 meters, so that the halotron can work effectively. And in the galley you can find water as well, and then pour a bit of water over it. Yes. Welcome to the 747. And then tape it.
All right, and now I'm gonna sit down and slide.
If you want.
Auch immer ein bisschen drauf an.
If you're wondering how you get out of a 747 cockpit when you can't go through the door, here's our favorite Lufthansa captain Klaus to tell us about it. Don't miss him showing us how to fly an A340-600 in one of our other videos that we did here. We'll put the link below in the description.
You open this and you have here like those handles with a steel cable on it, and then you open this, sit outside, and you get this and you just let this run, and it should stop just shortly before you're at the ground.
Are you down slowly or you?
No, you go fast and then it slows down, but you have to be brave. And with the Airbus A380, you can open the window, but you have a regular rope. We have those training things down there as well.
So we're descending with our 747-8. We want to land on an airport, and let's have a look. Probably it's coming to some turbulences during the landing. Now we're coming to the final approach, and you can hear the command, safety position, safety position. Now it would be the time that the passengers take their safety position, and also the cabin attendants take a safety position.
Okay.
And we're coming to our touchdown.
Whoa.
It's pretty impressive.
So these are just emergency exits, of course. This seat is also a mix for 747-400 and 747-8, so we can also train the different details we have here on these two types of aircraft.
How cool was that to get to see inside a little bit of this emergency training here at Lufthansa Aviation Training? If you have any questions about what we saw today, make sure to leave them in the comments. We'll do our best to get them answered for you. For now, I'm going to try and close this 747 door. Maybe spend a little while longer.
Hold it up a bit.
I have to hold it up? Okay.
Pull it in a bit, and then you can leave it.
I've failed my training. I hope it goes better for you if you come here. All right. Catch you next time. Just kidding. I'm coming out.